Hey you guys, and welcome back to Mango's Manny. I know I haven't been consistent with these things, even though I said I will be consistent. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm trying my best. I have a full-time job. I'm not gonna give up overtime anytime soon, and I also have my nail business that I have to do on the side. Sometimes it's kind of hard juggling life, work, passion, me. And sometimes some things get fall to the wayside. So this year I'm trying to be a little bit more forgiving to myself. But let's continue with the video. These nails are my vacation nails. I went back to my island after about 11 years of not being back. I came to America in 2013, and I went to high school here, went to college here, had a life here for about 10 years, but I grew up in St. Kitts. I left when I was 16, so I grew up in the island, the Federation of St.kiits and Nevis. I was born and raised on the island of St. Kitts for about 16 years, and haven't been back for such a very long time. So it was well needed. I went with my partner, and he had a great time. I had an amazing time seeing how much things changed and how many things stayed the same. Walking around my neighborhood, going to the beach, relaxing, enjoying myself. And I went during carnival time. If you don't know what carnival is, it is a celebration that almost most Caribbean countries have, where we get festive. It's like an unwinding celebration for the end of the year. It's something that stems from slavery, where the slave owners essentially gave the slaves a day to celebrate after harvest, And then Trinidad had the first modern carnival where we saw all those feathers and them kind of stuff. But yeah, it is just great seeing everybody back home, because a lot of my friends are still back home. A lot of people went back home this year, so I was just walking around and be like, "Hi, Tiasita." I was like, "Do I know you? Do I know you?" They're like, "Hey, what's up? Long time no see." I was like, "Yes, it's been forever," And I'm like, "Do I know you?" It's been a very long time, and I was never good with names or faces. So seeing so many people who remembered me after all these years, and I'm like, who are you? But I did see some of my friends from high school that I remember. Some people that I haven't seen in a very, very long time or haven't even kept up with. Some of my friends have kids now. Some of them are married, and it was just a great time. My partner had an amazing time. I think this was his first Caribbean island ever going to, so going to my island was great. He got to meet my family, got to see my friends. He ate a lot of the food which he liked. He went to the beaches. It was such a vibe. He enjoyed seeing all the historic places on my island. We went on a boat. He enjoyed going from St. Kitts all the way to Nevis, and Nevis is nice, I didn't went to Nevis a lot as a kid. I would go there every time there was an occasion, and when I tell you Nevis nice, like if St. Kitts is slow, Nevis is even slower, it is such a vibe. And if you really want to be a tourist and you want to lounge around and you just want to relax and do nothing but just enjoy the beach, the sun, and be sleep, please come to my islands any time of the year except for when we have carnival or any big events. So December, like late November to December, and all the way up to January 3rd, that's like carnival time in St. Kitts. In August, it's carnival time in Nevis. But any other time, it is just bliss for tourism. So these nails are based off the national wear of my island, and I'll put a picture of it somewhere. It's like linen, this print, and I wanted to capture like the national wear and our national flower, which is the poinciana, on this nail. And I think I did a great job of it. I would absolutely wear it again. I would like to come up with like a whole collection for like Independence Day, which is September the 19th. So yeah, this is one of about 3 nails that I did. I plan to add a couple of more this year just so people could see what they want, if they like it, so on and so forth. But yeah, let me know if you're from St. Kitts or if you're going to St. Kitts and you like these nails. I can always do a custom. And I have a couple more that I plan to put out soon. Okay? But yeah, overall, the trip was great. It was a well-needed vacation. It was a well-needed going back home and seeing everybody. People was like, oh my gosh, you gained weight. If you guys did not know me when I was a stick, when I was just a long thing coming on the road, and I have gained a lot of weight, a lot of weight from since I was 16, and I think it was for the better. A lot of people said I look healthy now, and I'm like, yes, I do. Do you see this meat that I have on my bones finally, But yeah, I enjoyed going back home, playing tourist, just walking around, enjoying the sun, enjoying the vibes, seeing everybody that I know, eating the food, and I can't wait to go back and do a little bit more diving. I mean, this was just the first time we finally was able to, let me not say finally, but we take it in. And about the last couple of days, we realized, even though the bus system is great, it's available, it's accessible. When I mean accessible, I mean like to get there, to get around, you could catch a bus to almost anywhere. But we're going to get a car next time. We're going to absolutely get a car next time. One thing that I did notice about my island is that it's not really accessible to, like, if you're handicapped, let's just say you have a wheelchair. There's not a lot of ramps, maybe into government buildings, but regular buildings or even the streets and stuff like that, it is not accessible. Let's just say you're blind. It doesn't have those braille stuff that you run your thing around the road and them kind of stuff and so on and so forth. Let's just say you have a hard time walking. There's a lot of steps, So if you're coming to my island and you need extra help, whether it's with walking, standing, and them kind of stuff, just bear in mind that the island isn't in American standards as accessible to those things. Do we have disabled people here? Yes. But I think they have gotten to a point where they are able to function with the level of inaccessibility on the island. And I don't think there's so much disabled people that they see there's a need for it to have like sidewalks that have ramps, more ramps instead of steps, so on and so forth, talking, crosswalks, those kinds of stuff. So just bear in mind. I do plan to start going back home regularly. I have a bigger job now that makes decent money, and I have side hustles and that kind of stuff. So if I budget properly and make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do with my money, I can absolutely go back home like every year or every 2 years per se, So I'm trying to make myself a little bit more frequent there, because at the end of the day, I don't feel like America is like the end all be all, at least for me in that terms. I do want to live on my island, at least have a house there. So maybe at the end, of retirement and that kind of stuff, I would absolutely have a house in St. Kitts, and I'll just come to America for like medical stuff and so on and so forth. Speaking of medical stuff, I had an asthma attack on my island. I didn't have an asthma attack in years, like something so severe that I needed to go to the hospital. But when I went back, shoots, it was crazy. I forgot how a ventilator felt. But yeah, that was my experience. I would say 10/10 experience, carnival, going back home, everything, staying in my childhood home, and I'll absolutely do it again, 100%. Every chance I get, I'll go back home. I'm from the islands of St. Kitts and Nevis, Please come, please visit. It is very much a touristy island. Our number one export is tourism, and we just love the company. If you're coming on a cruise, go on a cruise that stop at St. Kitts. Our port is huge. It can hold up to about 4 large cruise ships. We have people that yacht all the time. A lot of celebrities go to Nevis for the privacy. Please come. You would absolutely enjoy it, I promise you. And this is it for the nails. Let me know what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe. I plan to put out some more videos later on. No promises. Please tell your mother, your uncle, your sister, your brother, your cousin, the dog down the road, the cat up the street, whoever it is. Bye.